Hey everyone, how are you today? My name is Jim
And my name is Kelly.
and welcome to our channel. Today we are going to count down our top 10 single player games we have played in the past. We give you our thoughts and share some valuable information about the games. Some of these games are older than others, but that doesn't mean they are less fun to play. Oh, and one thing, this top 10 is in no specific order.
It's a f***ing video game.
Number 10. Shadow of Mordor Middle-earth. This game is set to fill the gap between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. It's a story of revenge, slaughter and mystery set entirely in the land of Mordor, also known as the Land of the Shadows. The player controls a man named Talion, a ranger who bonds the wrath of the elf lord Celebrimbor, as the two set out to avenge the death of their loved ones. It's a third-person open-world action-adventure game. This game has one of the best combat I've ever seen in my whole gaming career. It lets you feel like you're a true warrior with some serious combat skills. If you like a fantasy action-based game, then this is the game for you. This game is released on the 30th September 2014. I remember it was like 30 to 40 euros on its release date. But now you can buy the game for pretty cheap. On some site it goes for like 5 euros. I would rate this game 8 out of 10. Number 9. Dragon Age Inquisition. The story of Dragon Age Inquisition follows a player character known as the Inquisitor on a journey to settle the civil unrest in the continent of the Daas, and close a mysterious tear in the sky called the Breach, which is unleashing dangerous demons upon the world. The Inquisitor is held by some as the Chosen One, as they have a mark on their hand, capable of closing the Breach. Together they try to stop Corvius, an ancient Darkspawn, who opened the Breach in an attempt to conquer the Daas. It's an action role-playing game with a very unusual gameplay. This game contains loads of beautiful landscape, from rich dense forests to empty vast deserts. Not to forget that the soundtrack is absolutely amazing. I still love listening it to this day. I will give you an example. But that aside, you can set up your own team with various members, which you can contain by doing quests for local NPCs. This game can be played in very many ways. You can just attack enemies by third person view, but you can also pause the game and see your team from above, to make a perfect formation to engage your enemy. So if you like fantasy RP games and hour-long stories to sink your teeth in, then this is the game for you. This game is released at November 18th. 2014 and it's only 8 euros on G2A. I will give this game a good 8.5 out of 10.
Our next single player game is The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. The game is a first and third person action roleplay game in a time where we needed to fight with swords and believe dragons exist. You play your own customized character in a massive open world game where you can help citizens and discover the history of dragons. You need to fight your way through your enemies and monsters. I think this is an awesome game because you can roam the world as a true warrior. Especially when you like medieval games, is this the game for you. This game is released on PC, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 on 11th of November 2011 and it is still a good game these days. The game costs around 8 euros and I would rate this game 9 out of 10. On number 7 we have Watch Dogs 2. This game is a single player and multiplayer action adventure game. You play a character named Marcus Holloway who can hack his way through San Francisco. He belongs to a group named DedSec that wants to destroy the company Bloom because of the abuse of the citizens' privacy. You can hack almost everything and everyone. Just get to know the citizens by hacking their phones and bother your enemies with crazy hacks. This game has amazing graphics, it makes the game realistic and fun to play. You also have aerobatic skills, and the ability to parkour around the city makes you feel like a hero. You can compare the game with GTA 5, but only with hacks and a flexible character. The game is released on platforms PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in November 2016. The price of the game is around €30. I rate this game an 8 out of 10.
Far Cry 4. Far Cry 4 is an action-adventure first-person shooter game developed by Ubisoft and is playable for the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, Xbox One and PC. This game takes place in Kyrat, a fictional Himalayan country. The main story follows Ajay Ghale, a young Kyrat American, as he is caught in the civil war involving Kyrat's royal army controlled by the evil king Pagan Min, and a group of people who try to stop him and his actions, called the Golden Path. The game is focused at combat and exploration, but not only the royal army is a threat. In Far Cry 4 the wildlife is full of color, from beautiful butterflies and eagles to big fearful rhinos and tigers. With its big selection of guns, this game won't get you bored really quick. There are many different guns for many types of players. You play as a first person and slowly becoming the leader of the Golden Path. This game could be played with friends. For this they have a co-op system. They have also a map editor feature to make your own custom maps. This game is released on November 20th, 2014 and it still looks stunning today. In my opinion, this game is the best in all of Ubisoft's history. I rate this game a 8.7 out of 10.
We are gonna go further with the game Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. The game is an open world single player game in the genres action and adventure with stealth and roleplay elements. You play the character Carl Johnson, also known as CJ. CJ is a young African American gang member of the Grove Street families. Your gang has some trouble with the two main gangs, the Bellis and Los Santos Vegas. You and your gang want to have respect and territories. Besides fighting against the gangs, you also fight against the police and explore the world, of course. You can jump over all kinds of objects with your car, fly around with the best rock music in your jet and get even a girlfriend when you feel alone. The game is a little bit old, but definitely worth playing. It was released on October 26, 2004 for PlayStation 2 and on June 7, 2005 it was released for PC and Xbox. The game is worth around €8 and I would rate this game a 7 out of 10.
Number 4. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Assassin's Creed Black Flag is an action-adventure video game developed and published by Ubisoft. The plot is set in a fictional history of real-world events and follows the centuries-old struggle between the assassins, who fight for peace with free will, and the Templars who desire peace through control. The framing story is set in the 21st century and describes the player as an abstergo agent. The main story is set in the 18th century Caribbean during the golden age of piracy. You play as a pirate called Edward Kenway. Unlike previous games, they are focused more on ship-based exploration of the seamless open world map. But even if you don't like roaming the seas with your own pirate ship, there's a lot of content on land too. Like in every Assassin's Creed game, you have stealth, melee combat system which everyone likes. The game spans across the Caribbean with the three main cities of Havana, Nassau and Kingston, along with numerous islands, sunken ships and forts to discover. Players have an option to harpoon sea life and hunt land animals. It was great received by the gaming community and it was one of the most best-selling games in 2013. It has sold more than 11 million copies and myself included. I loved this game a few years ago and I still love it to this day. I rate this game on 8.5 out of 10.
Outlast 2 is the third game of the Outlast series. We have the normal Outlast, Outlast Whistleblower and now Outlast 2. Outlast 2 is a first-person survival horror game. It was released for PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on April 25, 2017. You play a character named Blake Longerman, who is a journalist and a cameraman working alongside his wife Lynn. While following a mysterious murder of a young pregnant woman named Jane Doe, you get in a helicopter crash where you lost your wife Lynn. You need to find her in a place where weird things happen. You find yourself at a countryside with crazy people who sacrifice their children in the name of God. The fact that there are crazy people around who wants to kill you makes you feel terrified. You constantly feel you're being chased by someone or maybe something. The darkness and the jump scares makes the game complete. The game costs around €30 and I would rate this game an 8.4 out of 10.
And for our next game we have Dying Light. Dying Light is an open world first-person survival horror game, developed by Techland and published by Warner Bros. It was released in January 2015 for the PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One and Linux, which I have never heard of before. The game revolves around an undercover agent named Carl Crane, who is sent to infiltrate a quarantine zone in a city called Haran. It features an enemy-infested open world city with a dynamic day and night cycle. The day-night cycle changed the game drastically, as enemies become more aggressive and more difficult to deal with during the nighttime. The gameplay is focused on weapon-based combat and parkour. The game also features a multiplayer mode, which was originally set to be a pre-order bonus. I myself still play this game today. Just like Outlast, the game gives you a constant feeling that you are being chased and no place is safe except for the safe zones, of course. Also, the combat in this game feels so realistic. I think that is the aspect of the game that has kept me playing for all this time. This game was released on January 27, 2015 and I rate this game a 9 out of 10.
On number 1 we have my favorite game of all time, Life is Strange. Life is Strange is an episodic graphic adventure third-person video game. The game is released for PC, PlayStation 3 and 4, Xbox 360 and Xbox One. The game was released in a 5 episodic parts throughout 2015. Life is Strange has also a second game, named Life is Strange Before the Storm. In Life is Strange you play an 18-year-old photographic student named Maxine Caulfield. She discovers that she has the ability to rewind time at any moment. When she uses her power to rewind time, it causes consequences. Maxine, also known as Max, starts her college at the Blackwell Academy in Arcadia Bay. It's the place where Max reunites with her childhood best friend, or maybe lover, Chloe Price. It's also the place where strange and shocking things happen. Max is a character that most of the people can relate to, because of her messy, but also perfect daily life experience. You choose how the story begins and ends. Throughout the episodes you get a closer connection with the characters. That's what makes the game beautiful. The music fits right in with the game, that's my favorite part. The game will open your eyes, or even let your eyes tear. The game costs around €25 and I will rate this game a 9.8 out of 10.
Well guys, this was our top 10 list. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more. If you want to see more top 10 lists, be sure to check out our previous videos, because we have much more. Thanks for watching and have a great day, and I will rate this video a 10 out of 10.